Welcome to this new lesson on how to warp text. So a quick tip though that I haven't mentioned before is if you're in your zoom tool and you want to zoom in to a specific sort of size, you can click and drag to the left or right. And so you can really kind of get specific with how zoomed in you are rather than kind of like clicking and then using your hand tool to move around. Just simply clicking and dragging to the left or right might help you. All right, so warping text. So with our text layer selected and our text tool, you'll notice this warp button over here. This brings up a little dialog box with some options for the style you want to choose. There's lots of them. Arc, bulge, fisheye, all kinds of styles that you can play with. But basically the way it works is you have your basic style and then you can adjust how strong it is. So pretty basic. You can warp the horizontal and vertical distortion and get pretty creative with this kind of stuff. But I just wanted to show you this is a quick and easy way to create sort of a predetermined style. In the next lesson, we are going to see how to align text to a specific line. For example, if you want it to go around a circle or things like that. This is great for creating those kind of badge style graphics, which we'll be actually diving into a project later on in this course. So I just wanted to show you that's the warp tool. The last thing I want to mention while I am going through some of these other options up at the top is this drop down, which we skipped. These are your anti-aliasing options. Sometimes depending on your font, the edges of your text and letters can look a little bit distorted. So these give you sort of options to make it sharper or crisper. Sharpening and crisp options are going to look better for fonts that are smaller, whereas smooth and strong are going to look better if your text is really large. And again, it depends on the font that you're using. Sometimes fonts that have serifs, which are those little edges to your letters. Let's just show you a serif font really quick. Rockwell, see how this has like those little details at the edge, or like Times is a classic one that has serifs. These things might look a little weird in your graphics, and if that ever is the case, you're saving your photos and you're looking at it closely or zoomed in and you're like, oh, it looks a little distorted, go back to this anti-aliasing effect or option and see if that makes any difference. So that's how you warp text and a couple other tricks. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll see you in the next one.